Welcome back to the Two Blues podcast and to your latest live match watch-along from the Academy, the last under-18 Premier League game of the season away to Ipswich Town. There is one more game for the under-18s this calendar year, the first game in the FA Youth Cup in a couple of weeks. I believe it's on the 16th. So next week, there will, of course, be some content surrounding that. But today, focusing on an opportunity for the boys to go top of the table. They are unbeaten in the league so far. Fingers crossed can extend that to today. Ipswich, I believe, winners the last time out. Can't remember if it was against the under-18s or the under-21s. But Ipswich last time out proved a little bit more difficult than they should have. And Chelsea looking to capitalise on a table that would leave us top on goal difference if we were able to score or do better than 3 goals today. We are 3 points behind Crystal Palace with 3 games in hand. So if we win today, top of the table, potentially on goal difference with 2 games to spare. And just before we get into it, we are about to kick off. We will run through the starting lineup very, very quickly. So in goal, we've got Freddie Burnell, who has just posted a story. If you haven't already, go and make sure to follow Two Blues Podcast on the Instagram. Go and check out the state of the goal mouth at the Ipswich Town training ground. It's a muddy pitch there. Conditions are not great. Conditions are absolutely prime for this type of football. It has got me mentally doing 20-yard slide challenges through the mud. So interesting to see just how today goes. I feel like it will be a little bit more scrappy than usual. Obviously, Chelsea under-18s, excellent with the ball at our feet when we're knocking the ball around on the floor. But today, we might see a little bit more of the ball up in the air. So Freddie Burnell, no doubt, all eyes on him. Big game for him in the goal for Chelsea today. And then across the back, I've got Riley Ebo, who I've been impressed with in recent weeks. Obviously played against West Ham in that loss last week. In that 2-1 win. Tayo Subaloy at centre-back scored last week alongside Reggie Watson in that 2-1 win. Landon Emanalo finishing out the defence. Then Charlie Holland, who made his first appearance for the Chelsea under-21s in midweek against PSG. Unfortunately, lost 3-1, but you can go and watch our match report from that game. Reggie Walsh, Matisse Aboué and the Moroccan Messi. Ibrahim Rabaj makes his return in the final under-18 Premier League game of the season. Ibrahim Rabaj back in the starting lineup. Fingers crossed we can touch on him a lot today. Hoping to see a lot from him. Obviously one of Chelsea's most exciting young prospects in the academy. And then moving forward, double trouble up top. The 2 bagsmen in the Chelsea Academy currently, Chizzy Ezenwata and Shim Mayuka, playing alongside each other. So we are now underway, and fingers crossed we will be able to see both of those boys and more get on the score sheet today. The bench, Dante Waite, Bell, Jashade Greenwood, Sol Gordon and Calvin Diakite. Toby Bell, I think it is. Said everyone's first name except Bell. But yeah, a very, very strong Chelsea team. Obviously, a lot of those, Reggie Walsh, Shim Mayuka, even Ezenwata, Rabaj, do have experience playing for the under-21s. So fingers crossed, this should be, up there with as solid as of the Chelsea performances that we've seen this season. No reason for this not to be an absolute barnstormer of the 90 minutes. And of course, anybody watching, if you're not already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to drop us a like and get involved in the comments as well. It is, of course, a live stream. So if you are watching, let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know who you think is going to have a standout game today. Disappointed not to see Watson in the centre of midfield because I've been really, really impressed with him recently. But plenty of attacking talent on the pitch, and Chelsea already creating chances. Ipswich keeper comes out and claims the ball very, very well. Chizzy Ezenwata going into it. Full-blooded challenge there, just 2 minutes in, but very, very well collected by the Ipswich keeper. Very, very brave there because Chizzy Ezenwata was not pulling out. Appreciate everybody that's jumping in. Already got a comment. Mate, I'm not a Chelsea fan or anything. Insane respect to you for watching the under-18 games. Well, much appreciated, bro. That's what we aim to do on this channel. Not just, obviously, first and foremost, I do love Chelsea Football Club, and nothing will ever change that. But yeah, the aim of this channel is, with the amount of people that cover Chelsea and the first team, I want to shine a light and promote, protect some of the latest and greatest young talents in the professional game at the moment. That will be Chelsea, predominantly Chelsea focused. But fingers crossed, as we grow, we can turn into a bit of a rising ballers page. We can touch on some of the other great young talents from across England and hopefully the world. But yeah, Chelsea focus for the time being. And yeah, we don't just cover the under-18s, we cover the under-21s, the first team. You're going to be getting coverage from me on the Bournemouth game later today, of course. And then, yeah, plenty of other coverage. Loan Watch, our new weekly or our new monthly series, Loan Watch, and then our new series focusing on the youth as well, the Blueprint. Won't quite be a weekly series, but we are going to be aiming to shine a bit of a brighter light on some of the most exciting talents in the Chelsea Academy. First episode is all about Ibrahim Rabaj, who he is, how he plays, and what his pathway into this Chelsea first team might look like. So if you haven't already after this stream, make sure to go and check that out. You can actually fit it into half time. I think it's only 11 or so minutes long. So when we break for half time in about 40 minutes here, I'll give you the nod. You can go and watch the Blueprint. Perfect timing. Chelsea coming forward again, 4 minutes on the clock here as the ball is sprayed out left to Matissa Boué, but the Ipswich defender manages to collect it very, very easily. And yeah, just off the bat, I mean, you can tell the camera quality isn't the best, but you can tell that the pitch is not in the greatest condition. It looks like it may have been played on in the last couple of days. Centre circle, edge of the box. You can see a lot of brown, even from this far away low angle. The ball is sticking as well. It is not bouncing particularly far. So I think Chelsea will definitely have to factor the pitch, factor the conditions in today. As I said before the game, this is a team that thrives with the ball at their feet. Fantastic popping the ball around. But today we might see a little bit more of the ball in the air. But that being said, the Chelsea coaches, they normally like us to stick to what we do best. So I anticipate players potentially getting a little bit frustrated with the ball, with the passes not coming off as they normally do. But I do expect us to try again. Would be surprised if we deviated from our normal style of play. But 5 minutes in, nothing of note bar that Chizzy Ezenwata chance just yet. Matissa Boué's had a couple of runs already, a couple of one-on-ones down on that left-hand side. Looks like he's got the better of his man once, and the defenders also done well once. Let's close that door. Good defending by Subaloy. I do like Tayo Subaloy. I think out of all of the centre-backs, and this is a topic that I speak about quite often, I think Chelsea have a lot of centre-backs coming through the academy. One of the names in the forefront being Harrison Murray-Campbell. I don't think he's far off getting more call-ups. He got his first call-up under Enzo Maresca last season. I don't think he's far off getting more. I think Dante Waite, Tayo Subaloy, both very good players. I think maybe a little bit behind Harrison Murray-Campbell, both in terms of age, experience, readiness for that kind of first team call-up. But we do have a lot of very talented players there. And it does beg the question, with Josh Achimpong doing so well this season, proving so many people right that have been calling for him to get more minutes, more opportunities. More often than not, when he has, he's done extremely well, and he's proved everybody that's pushed him right. So I do think, when you are having the conversation of players like Tosin Badiashile not necessarily putting in the performances or the level of performances that we expect, it does beg the question: could Chelsea look to the youth as at least a short-term solution? We're hearing news, or we heard news yesterday that Levi Colwill may potentially be back on the grass a little bit sooner than anticipated. With an ACL, I'm still not, regardless of if he's on the grass this month or not, I'm not expecting him to be involved, before April, May. And if he is, it's one of those where, are we rushing him back? Is it necessary? We've seen with players like Armando Broja, ACLs are no laughing matter. It's not an easy injury to come back from. And even if players do manage to make a full recovery, more often than not, they're not the same player that they were before the injury. Lovely footwork from there, from Rabaj in the middle. He's got such nice tight control in tight spaces. And this is an ability, I think, because he's one of the most natural born and naturally gifted dribblers in the Chelsea academy. Great little ball there to Shim Mayuka, who gets his shot off early, but straight into the keeper. Good shot there from Shim. Great little chest down and shoot. Very, very quick take on the term. Ibrahim Rabaj, one of the most naturally gifted dribblers in the Chelsea academy at the moment. But Chelsea have so many technically gifted and technically able players and creative midfielders. We've got a surplus of players that can do an exceptional job for the under-18s, the under-21s. We are very, very blessed to be stacked with talent in these positions. But Ibrahim Rabaj just has that ability. And I hesitate, so stay with me here. Please don't click off after you hear the name. Do you remember when Ronaldinho against Chelsea, was it 2006, 2000, whenever it was, when they won 2-1 at the Bridge, they were in the sand gold kit. It wasn't the 4-1 or the 4-2, sorry, where John Terry, we went 3-1 up. It was the other one. Or was it? Maybe it was the 4-2. Maybe we were 3-0 up. I'll have to double check. I'll have to go back on my files. I'm thinking now it was the 04-05 season. Basically, wherever it was, do you remember, and if you're a Chelsea fan, you will, the Ronaldinho goal where time stood still, where he got the ball on the edge of the box. He was surrounded by about 6 Chelsea players, wall of blue, couldn't get through him, and he did the whole boom, 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 and he just dinked it through. It was like a little toe poke, really, but he did the dum, and time literally just stood still. Petr Cech, best goalkeeper in the world, was just rooted to his spot, could not move, could not do anything. Ibrahim Rabaj has that same ability to create time and space where there is none. And that, I think, is a talent that I have not seen. You see it in very, very few players. And I am talking Ronaldinho, Lionel Messi, Lamine Yamal, Esteval Willian. Let's be honest, if Lamine Yamal's in the conversation, so is Esteval Willian. You see, this talent is a generational talent. It's a skill that very, very few players possess. I mean, even in the elite, and you say that 1% of these players make it to the Premier League. I think it's 1% of the 1% if you're lucky. Maybe 0.1% of that 1% have the ability to create space and time where there is none. And I think Ibrahim Rabaj just has that. I mean, at 16 years old, to say that he has already, I wouldn't say refined these talents and abilities, but I think he's definitely well on his way. And he's shown that he is more than capable of, of pulling these moments out, knowing when the right time is to do it, which again, for a 16-year-old, he is leaps and bounds ahead of a lot of others in his age group. And I think in terms of his development, I think he turned 17 in January. So fingers crossed we're able to tie him down to his first professional deal. I think he's currently on or I know for a fact he's currently on a scholarship, which was signed in July, which runs for 2 years. But, there's no reason as to why we can't or wouldn't want to fast track that development. And while I think there are a few other players potentially in the pecking order ahead of him for a first team call up, I mean, I don't think he's far off. I don't think it would be would be out of this realm to see a player of Ibrahim Rabaj's quality in the first team. He can definitely hold himself. And if we're, and talking about players like Reggie Walsh and Ryan Kavuma McQueen, who's another one in the academy that I rate incredibly highly, I wonder where he is. Maybe he's injured. He hasn't played for a few games. But yeah, there are a few players that you could argue maybe are a little bit ahead of him in terms of the pecking order, having already been called up and made their impression on Enzo Maresca. And Ibrahim Rabaj is one that, particularly diminutive individual, very small. We are going to have to look after his physical development. But talent-wise, yeah, there's no reason why he couldn't get a call up and why he couldn't feature for the first team this season, if all things go to plan. 13 minutes gone here, and Chelsea just trying to move the ball about as much as possible. Seems like it's I know they're all fairly similar, so I don't want to say too much, but it seems like it is a fairly tight pitch, fairly small pitch. As Tayo Subaloy looks over the top for Riley Ebo, but the ball is just a little bit too heavy, and the keeper collects well. The ball is now back immediately with the Chelsea defence, and that's a huge challenge on Matisse Aboué. And I'd be surprised if he didn't get a yellow card for that. That's a big challenge. And it's his second challenge, I think. Yeah. Book him. So, Ipswich right back is already walking on a tightrope, 13 minutes in, and we've got our first yellow card. Big challenge there on Matisse Aboué, who's another one, 16 years old, 16, maybe 17, playing, punching way above his weight in terms of the level of performance that he's putting in at this age group. Very, very good player. But I think similarly to Rabaj, he's one that doesn't necessarily need to be fast-tracked, and that's a poor ball by Tayo Subaloy, who didn't see the oncoming Ipswich player. And someone does got a shot away, but it's a little bit tame and drags wide. Oh, I wonder if Tudor Mendel Idowu's playing. He was one of my favourite players. So he was part of the Chelsea academy. And he's like a genius as well. I don't know if he's playing. He plays for the under-21s. It doesn't say here. But yeah, he's an incredibly talented winger. Very, very, very good at football. But he was also studying at Oxford. And when I say genius, he was like, Einstein level IQ. But I don't think he's on the pitch today. Chelsea just getting ready to take another free kick. Ibrahim Rabaj to put this one in from our left-hand side, Ipswich right. Make sure, guys, reminder to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Plenty of academy content, first team content, monthly series with Loan Watch. That's going to be coming soon. Our November episode focusing predominantly on Mike Penders did very, very well, asking the question, is Mike Penders Chelsea's long-term goalkeeper solution? Robert Sanchez may have put together a string of top performances, but inadequate, should we say, against Leeds, which again sparks the discussion, is he really reliable long-term? But this month, we're going to have a little bit more of a focus. I think there's quite a few players who have had standout Novembers. Teddy Sharman-Lowe at Bolton was voted Player of the Month. Leo Castledine has made his return from injury and had a very, very successful couple of weeks. Scored a banging free kick on his first game back, and he's put in a couple of man of the match performances. I think he scored a couple of goals, and then the other one who's had an excellent month. Corner cleared away, and unfortunately Reggie Walsh smashes it over, so it's going to be an Ipswich goal kick. The other player who's had a standout November, Aaron Anselmino, and if last month was talking about the future of Chelsea's goalkeeping situation, November might just be talking about the future of their centre back situation, because Aaron Anselmino has has shown a lot of people in this last month coming back from injury just why he is so highly rated and just why Chelsea went in for him. He's made a big, big impression at Dortmund, which means, as I'm sure you can expect, there will be a 10 to 15 million euro bid coming in from those German cunts at some point in the summer. We know they love a low ball over in Germany. Ibrahim Rabaj, lovely piece of skill to get past his defender, but just crowded out 2 or 3 of them on him. Edging closer though, Chelsea. Are Chelsea going to win today? Don't put it on a... Don't bet on it. Whatever you do not bet on Chelsea today. I'd say, you know what? I'd bet on both teams to score. I'd bet on Chelsea to concede. I'd bet on Semenyo to score, actually. What's that? The news coming out that he's looking for a move in January. So he needs to, well, not necessarily buck his ideas up because he's had a fantastic start to the season. But, I mean, that's only going to add fuel to the fire if he wants a move and he's got to prove to, I don't know, Liverpool, Man United and anybody else who wants him that he's worth the money. He's got to put in a few solid performances this month. And Chelsea, historically, as we all know, dreadful in December. I don't know what it is, about Chelsea and patterns of behaviour, but very similar things more often than not. 19 minutes gone here. Chelsea still moving the ball out from the back, still 0-0. Louis Richards there looking for Riley Ebo, who makes another searching run up the right, and he gets it this time, drives inside. Lays the ball off to Reggie Walsh, but he's under pressure immediately, Reggie Walsh. Fires it into Shim, who, is he going to look for the shot? No, he sets Matisse Boué out wide left, who cuts back in, gives it to Shim, who can get a shot away, but it's blocked. And it falls to Ibrahim Rabaj on this right-hand side. Haven't seen much of the front two, actually. Chizzy Ezamwata's been chasing a little bit more, whereas Shim's been dropping deep, but I haven't seen too much of either of them on the ball. Now is Ezamwata, who misses the ball and gives the ball back to Ipswich as they look to come out on the counter. And the winger just can't keep it in. Jaden Atiba. So it's not Tudor. "20 minutes in. Chelsea still fairly comfortable. There was that one scare as Tayo Subaloy made a little bit of a loose pass. But now Chelsea looking to counter! And Chizzy Ezamwata! What a ball, what a goal. Fuck me. What a super finish. What a super goal. What a brilliant ball in from Matisse Boué. What a ball. What a move. What's that, goal number 8? 8-8. What a boy. Tell you what, this Chelsea team do put a smile on my face sometimes. Landon Emanalo, what a ball. What a cross. Chizzy Ezamwata, great finish in the middle. Brilliant stuff. How we going? CR7, Sue. Appreciate you in the cut, mate. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Why am I even watching it? to support, promote, and hopefully protect some of the greatest young talents in the game at the moment, mate. I thoroughly enjoy supporting the youth on a Saturday. And these are names that you will undoubtedly be hearing a lot more of in the future. So, with very good reason. Oh, Ipswich looking to hit back immediately. Great run and a big save from Freddie Burnell there. What a great goal. Corner to Ipswich now. Oh shit! I need to find the link. Make sure to drop a like on the stream as well, guys. And of course, a reminder: it is live. Get involved in the comments. Let me know what you think. Oh, it's loud, unnecessarily so. Subili. Just over a quarter of the game gone now, halfway and halfway, 24 minutes. Chelsea with a foothold in the game, and Reggie Walsh don't get caught there. Oh, he's lucky he got tripped up because he had at least 3 Ipswich players around him. And that would not have been a good place to lose the ball, Reg. He was one that was really scrutinised by the manager in midweek. I know it was one of the, and this is another reason why I enjoy watching the youth, because you can hear the manager, you can hear the majority of what goes on the sidelines, so you can hear what instructions they're given and what they're happy with, what they're not. And the manager was very vocal about being unhappy with Reggie Walsh's work rate, is counter pressing. They don't hold back on these youngsters, and I know that we're all about promoting and protecting. So you will very, very rarely hear me speaking bad about any of these players. But it just shows that, particularly for players like Reggie that have been called up, that have made that kind of step, made that jump to the first team, more is required, more is asked of them. And for players that are 16, 17 years old, it's a big ask. It is a big ask. We talk about the jump quite often on this channel from academy football to first team football. Great play by Matisse Aboué to get by his man. He's been pulled back there, so it is a free kick. I know he's got the cross in, but he's been pulled back twice. Don't know about advantage there, ref. Matisse Aboué has been very, very active, very lively these first 25 minutes. I'd say more's gone down the left with Matisse Aboué than it has down the right with Rabage so far. Although Rabage is also kind of playing in the middle. He is playing right-sided, but seems to be drawn a lot more into the centre than Aboué is. Another ball over the top by Ipswich, but this one is offside, flagged immediately by the lino. And of course, we have got the first team at 3 o'clock today, shortly after this stream will finish. So, yeah, let us know what your thoughts are for those games. Maybe, if my maths are right, we should just about be able to discuss team news on this channel, on this stream. It's normally about an hour and 15 ahead of the game, isn't it? What the fuck is going on with my 5G? I haven't even got 5G. I've got 4G. In 2025. What's going on? Chelsea attacking down the left again. Emanalo into Aboué, but he's just crowded out. Oh, good pressing there. wins the ball back, but it does ricochet off him and goes out for an Ipswich goal kick. 27 minutes on the clock now. Any Chelsea fans in the chat? Let me know where you're streaming in from. Let me know if you're watching the game. Oh, where's that gone? Why has that got a timer? Cool, I'll tell you what. It's not easy trying to find a fucking scoreboard on this. Approaching half an hour. Chelsea looking very comfortable. Ipswich yet to really create a clear-cut chance. I think we've had one, that Tayo Subaloy misplays past, and then Freddie Bernal's had to make one save as Matisse Boué tries to whip it in, but it's headed out by an Ipswich defender. They look to counter again, but collected very nicely by Tayo Subaloy amongst two Ipswich strikers. And then played out to a Boué, who's tackled and wins a throw-in. This is actually bizarre. Subaloy looking forward again, but the Ipswich Town defender clears it. We need another ball because he's oofed it over the fence. It's a throw in now deep inside the Ipswich half for Chelsea as Landon Malalo looks for Shim, who evades. That's fantastic. Evades the tackle twice. Really, really good stuff from Shim. Rabage. Loose ball that Rabage can't collect. Sticks a leg out. Reggie makes a good tackle though as the ball comes back. Who's that, number 5? Oh, nice turn by Charlie Holland, and he gets the shot away, but it's blocked. But the rebound comes back in for a Boué and is hit again and blocked. Oh, bloody hell. He had 3 chances there, Charlie Holland. He had the first one that was blocked, and then it came back out to him, and it was blocked again. And then the third one just came out too quickly, and he snatched on his left foot. Unlucky. Wait. Apparently Toby Bell's in goal, not Bernal. See. Oh, fucking hell. Ipswich nearly scored. Counter-attack was 2-on-2. Bell's got the save in. Well done, son. Is that definitely Bell? I don't know. I was told it was Freddie Bernal. I was lied to. Rabage tries to get the cross in, but it's blocked. 5 is... Oh, yeah, Manalo. So it was just the keeper that was wrong. All right, we'll forgive him. We'll forgive you, Chelsea youth. Not that you're watching, because he's blocked me on the majority of platforms. Don't know why. Do you ever get that? Do you ever go onto someone's page randomly on social media? It's not someone you follow or you've ever interacted with, and you go on their page and they've blocked you, and you're just like, I wonder what I did. I wonder when this happened. I wonder. Oh my God! Great tackle from Louis Richards there. Jesus Christ! It is Toby Bellingham. Tell you what, crucial intervention there from Louis Richards. Another quick counter attack from Ipswich, and Rabage now looks for Ebo. Oh, I'll tell you what, I thought that was a perfectly weighted ball. Maybe it was just the angle, but I thought Ebo gave up on that. But that was lovely footwork there from whoever that Ipswich player was. But one back, industrious by Chizzy Ezamwata, and now Charlie Holland looks to come forward, but recycles it round very well to avoid the Ipswich press. Riley Aboart on the right. 33 minutes on the clock, so just over 10 minutes left of the first half. Not too much added time so far. Ball out with Matisse Boué on the left. I like the little midfield duo of Holland and Walsh. I think they're very tidy. They move the ball about very well. Ipswich pressing very well as a unit. It's funny, they do the press and then the next phase, they just kind of... I know they wait to set, but seems like they should carry that momentum on. They put Chelsea under pressure, and then we win a throw, and then they just let us have the ball again. Reggie Walsh looking to spray it again, but it's intercepted. And now Ipswich come forward, and it's 2-on-2 again. And Chelsea are getting players back, but one of them is Louis Richards, who makes the foul, and that may be a yellow card. I'm not sure because it was his first. It is going to be a yellow card. There was plenty of men back, and he was going away from goal. However, yeah, he cleared him out. That's a yellow card. So Louis Richards becomes the first Chelsea player and the second player of the afternoon to go into the book. Oh, I don't like that. You send a fucking emoji on WhatsApp and it starts moving now. Dead. Wait, hold on. New feature. Leave groups quietly. Oh my god, yes. Only admit. Oh. No, I don't want to know that. Useless. Useless information, WhatsApp. Let me leave a group and no one be notified. It's never the feature you want, is it? Anyway, back to the football. 36 minutes on the clock, 9 minutes of the first half plus added time to go. Ipswich 0, Chelsea 1. Chelsea still very comfortable. Couple of Oh, fuck me! Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's done him a huge favour there. Because if I'm not mistaken, that's the Ipswich player that's on a booking. And that was a horrible challenge on Emanalo. And Emanalo could have made a meal of it because he went flying. Fucking hell. Some challenge that, Jesus Christ. Fucking men's team would have been proud of that. Kukurea would have been proud of that. But as it is, Chelsea free kick, no more doing. Might just be an extra little bit of added time now because of that. Chelsea looking to see this half out. Well, I think they'll need to open the gap a little bit more if they want to see the year out sitting on top of the table. But as it stands, joint top of the league on points. I think they will be happy with that, bearing in mind that they've played after this game 2 less games than Crystal Palace at the Summit. But as it stands, equal points, 2 goals behind. Can Chelsea leapfrog Crystal Palace in the table? There's a couple of other teams, actually. I think it might not just be Palace. I think there might be one more. It's tight, whatever it is. But Chelsea do have the luxury of, like I said, a couple of extra games in there. But they obviously won't be played until next year. Lou Richards doing well to help Riley Abbo out there. His other half just got the better of him. Ball back with Bell now. To go from right to left with Emanalo. Shim dropping deep. Charlie Holland under pressure, but he wins the foul. Free kick in Chelsea's half. Chelsea prodding, working it out left to Abue, who smashes it over. Get the ball in the box, son. Stop shooting. Stop playing silly buggers. Not long now till half-time, 40 minutes on the clock. Can Chelsea get a second before the half-time whistle? They do have a free kick, about 35, 40 yards out. It looks like Reggie's going to take this quickly. Can we create another chance before the half-time whistle? That's the question. Because you're going at 2-0 up. You've got a little bit more breathing room, a little bit more comfortable. Although my old manager used to say, not ironically, he used to say being 2-0 up at half time is the worst possible score you can be. Unironically, he used to say that. He would rather us be 2-0 down than 2-0 up at half time. Because he'd always say, they get one back, it's game on. And I find that logic hilarious because I agree with it to an extent. It's a very dangerous scoreline, particularly when you grow up supporting and watching Chelsea. You understand that momentum can swing in a second. But to say that it's the worst possible scoreline, great ball out from Reggie Walsh to Abue there. But linesman's flagged offside. Abue doesn't seem to understand how or why, but don't matter. It's been given. VAR. I saw something about the Pierluigi Collina said that they wanted to use VAR for corners at the World Cup. And I don't know. I think it's one of those where if you're going to go to all this effort, you might as well just use it for everything. Because if you're going to scrutinise 90% of the game, you might as well scrutinise 100% of the game and get everything right and eliminate all wrong mistakes. But that's not the issue. The issue is that mistakes are still being made with VAR. And it's not that it's, it's not the technology. It's still human error. You can say, oh, yeah, we're taking it away from the referees, but just because the referee doesn't make a mistake doesn't mean that the fourth official or the VAR official or the fifth or sixth or however many fucking officials they've got up in that room doesn't mean that one of them won't make a mistake. Great defensive work there from Rabaj, staying touch tight on his man, and he wins the throw in for Chelsea. A couple of minutes left. Game's just slowed down a little bit last five. Not as much intensity from the boys. But we look to close the half out on a high. Good switch again from Subaloy. He does love a long pass. He's great at passing. Riley Ebo has been industrious on this right-hand side so far. Very hard work in 45 minutes from him. Shim getting the ball deep again. He wants it again. He's going to get it. What's he going to do with it? Give it back to the centre back. Looking to thread the needle there, Subaloy, but no such gap appeared. Runs all the way through to the Chelsea, to the Ipswich keeper. Into the last minute now, 44 on the clock. Chelsea's time running out to get a second. I think there will be a couple of minutes added on, but not that much. Oh, good opportunity there for Reggie to nick it, but well worked by Ipswich. And now Chelsea work it all the way back to Toby Bell. It's like a game of, I was going to say basketball. It's like ping pong at the moment. It's just going defence to defence. Lou Richards looking long. Chizzy's over the top. Can he make it count? Good hustling with the centre back, but it's a great battle. Very well defended. We are now into added time. It's a good challenge from Emanalo there to make sure that the Ipswich winger doesn't get anywhere. No word, it seems, on how much added time there will be, but I can't imagine it'll be too long. One, maybe two tops. As Ipswich now have the ball and knock it around in their half. Looking to come forward over the left, but I think it might have been too long. And it has gone out, and the referee has blown for half-time. Ipswich 0, Chelsea 1. Well on our way to the top of the table. Still unbeaten. Break came from Chizzy Ezenwata midway through the first half. How you doing, Reese? You all right? Don't think I've seen your name on this channel anymore. If you are new, make sure to subscribe. Get involved in the comments as well. Have you been watching? Or have you just been following us? It's been a fairly solid half from Chelsea. Nothing really for Toby Bell to be concerned about in the Chelsea goal. Didn't create too much. There was an early chance or half chance for Shin Mayuka, which he took very well on the half turn. Didn't really test the keeper. A couple of opportunities that went wide for Ipswich before Toby Bell was tested. But Chizzy Ezenwata with the breakthrough. And it was a fantastic move from Chelsea. Lovely ball through for Landon Emanalo on the left. And then first time cross right into the middle. Chizzy Ezenwata, who found a bit of space between the two centre-backs. Really nice stooping header. Not quite a diving header, but a stooping header to make it 8 goals in 8 under-18 Premier League games for Chizzy. Another one for him. Superb performance, controlled, dominated, professional performance from Chelsea in the first half. I think there were just a couple of counter-attacks where we maybe could have been a little bit more disciplined, but on the whole, defended fairly well. Toby Bell dealt with everything that came his way. And very few Chelsea mistakes. I thought the conditions, the pitch, might have meant a little bit more of a, not necessarily lackluster, but maybe a bit more of a disjointed Chelsea performance. But no such concern in this first half. Chelsea well on their way to maintaining their unbeaten Premier League run and also hopefully going top of the under-18 Premier League table. We're going to break now just for 10 minutes until half-time. Don't go anywhere, though. We will, of course, be back to watch the second half. If you are tuning in now, you've got a perfect opportunity, perfect amount of time to go and watch the first episode of The Blueprint on our channel. It is focused on Ibrahim Rabaj, who is playing today. He hasn't done too much to speak of. However, we do break down a little bit more about who he is, how he plays, what his pathway into the first team might look like. And The Blueprint is, of course, our new series taking a closer look at some of the most exciting young talents in the Chelsea Academy right now. We have done some posts on Instagram focusing on players like Shin Mayuka, Chizzy Azamwata, Reggie Walsh, Mardi Nicole, Yazuli, and there will be plenty more to follow. But this new Blueprint series aims to go a little bit more in depth, give you, well, hopefully Chelsea fans, but also football fans in general, just a bit of a better taste, a bit of a better idea about who these players are, what makes them tick, and just how high their ceilings are, how far can they go. So, guys, you've got approximately 10, 11 minutes now. Perfect opportunity to go and watch The Blueprint out now on our channel. But we will be back in 10 minutes or so for the second half. We are back. We are back. We are back. Just about. Oh, how do I get this off the fucking... Hold on. I'll turn my camera off. There we go. Right. Back in. Second half coming up. It's not on a timer, thank God. We've got a brew. And we've checked the Arsenal. So I didn't even realise Arsenal were playing. Imagine wanting to watch Arsenal over this. This is actually entertaining. You might actually get some good quality. Oh, what's the bet? 7-fold, lots in it. Oh, God. Oh, well, don't say I didn't warn you, Gurns. What are we thinking then for the Chelsea first team game? Actually, anyone watch the Ibrahim Ravage video? Hope you did. What's it on? Still 400? Need to get those rookie numbers up, Mush. Who else is playing? City, Sunderland. Oh, there's a lot of games today. Leeds, Liverpool. Oh, there's a lot of games today. Could be sitting in the pub this afternoon. God, it looks like Villa have got them on the ropes from the commentary. Come on, Villa, do us a fucking favour. Arsenal normally struggle against Villa as well. Right, let's get rid of that. Who else is playing? Don't care about the Super League. What time are Cov on? Oh, Watford are losing. Fucking useless. Cov are Ipswich away at 3 o'clock. Come on, Coventry. I do like how we've all adopted Coventry. Is Leo Castledine playing? He is. Leo Castledine against Omari Kellyman in League One. Cardiff 1-0 up against Huddersfield. And a reminder that we do cover all of the Chelsea players on loan across the globe in our monthly Loan Watch series. And the November episode did very, very well. So if you haven't seen that yet, the crux of that episode is focused on Mike Penders. Is he the long-term solution to Chelsea's goalkeeper problem? This month, it will most likely be more focused on the centre-back, as Aaron Anselmino has had a similarly good November. Actually, a couple of players have had good Novembers. Aaron Anselmino. Teddy Sharman Lowe has had a great month. He's been voted Player of the Month, I believe, for Bournemouth. And Leo Castledine as well. Big month for the Chelsea Academy, or Chelsea Loan Boys. But we will get into that in, of course, our Loan Watch episode for November, which will be filmed and released next week. But for now, all eyes back on the under-18s, the Academy, as we are about to get underway for the second half. Just a quick reminder, obviously, 1-0 to Chelsea so far. Very much in control of this game. And looking to end the season, A, unbeaten, and B, top of the under-18 Premier League. So 2 more goals at least required if we do want to go top of the table. Because Crystal Palace do at the moment have a superior goal difference. However, Chelsea have played 2 less games, or 3 before today, but 2 less games after today. So very much with an opportunity to go top of the league with a little bit of a comfortable gap, even though we would be on the same points. But Ipswich get us started in this second half, and we are away. 45 minutes to play. 45 minutes left of Chelsea's 2025 Premier League campaign. This is the last under-18 Premier League game of the year. One more game for them in the FA Youth Cup next week. And Chelsea have made a substitute at half-time. Landon Emanalo, the player that got the assist for Chelsea Ezamwata, is off and replaced by Calvin Diakite, another very good left-back, or left-sided centre-back, or left-sided defender, should we say, in the Chelsea youth ranks. And a reminder that, that game is on Tuesday, next Tuesday, the Tuesday after next, Tuesday, 16th of December, away to Brentford under-18s in the FA Youth Cup. So that will be the last under-18 stream or under-18 content of the of the calendar year. We might do a little summary episode just to see what we've learned from 2025. But yeah, been a very productive year so far, and similarly, very productive day so far for Chelsea. As I said, leading 1-0 at half time, and very, very dominant, very comfortable thus far. Couple of counter-attack opportunities for Ipswich, but dealt with fairly well by the Chelsea defence and by Toby Bell in goal. And Reggie Walsh there, very nearly, gets Chelsea off to a dream start in the second half. Working a shot off in a tight space just outside the box, but just unable to bend it into that far corner. Just goes wide of the post. Very nicely taken shot by Reggie. I think he might have just been slipping over as he took it, which may be why he was able to get so much bend on it. But yeah, Chelsea haven't really been tested too much so far, and barring a drastic change, yeah, fingers crossed this should be a fairly comfortable second half to see out. But giving Ipswich a lot of space here to come out with a goal kick. And they do go long, but Toyo Subaloy intercepts and sends it back. Reggie Walsh making an important tackle in the middle. And now Ibrahim Rabaj is felled. I was going to say, there's no way that's not a free kick on the halfway line, as he's just darted through 2 Ipswich players and been cleaned out. It's definitely a free kick. It's just a free kick on the halfway line for Chelsea now. Ibrahim Rabaj running at his man on the far side and getting away from his man. Very, very good. And another one comes in and Ibrahim Rabaj gets away from him, and another one comes in from him and he gets away from him again. I'm telling you, boy, there's a reason I did this kid first in the blueprint. Matisse Aboué showing similarly lovely feet on the left-hand side, working his way through 3 men and getting it to Reggie Walsh, who manages to get a shot away. What a goal! What a goal! What a goal! What a hit. Matisse Aboué, Reggie Walsh, take a fucking bow. 2-0. What a finish. What a finish. Rabaj, Aboué. What a goal, Reggie. What a goal. What footwork, Matisse Aboué. Well played, Chelsea. Well in, son. Superb. Right. Fucking. We've got a cushion, boys. We've got a bit of breathing space. We like it. Ipswich 0, Chelsea 2, 50 minutes on the board. Chelsea well and truly in the driving seat now. That was brilliant feat from Matisse Aboué to create that. Chelsea are in again with Aboué, and it's a big sliding challenge, but he's missed it, and he's gone round it, and he squared it. Oh! Reggie Walsh was there. Tell you what, this defender's diving in. Shim did really well, A, not to go to ground, and B, to keep the ball. But he's facing up 3 men here, and he's got to go backwards, and he's been tackled. Top goal, that. Really, really good quality. Gives Chelsea a nice little bit of breathing room. And we come again with Aboué down the left. Oh, he's free! Matisse Aboué. Easy as you like, son. Easy as you like. Oh, what a goal. Come on, I got the idea. Top of the league, boys. And we're going for more. No sign of letting up. 3-0. Too easy, boys. (3-0), just 8 minutes into this second half, and Chelsea have already scored 2 goals, opening that gap up really nicely. And we are now officially, as it stands, top of the league. Whoa. Now, the question is, can they maintain it? That, of course, does mean we cannot concede, or we need to score more. We cannot let this 3-goal swing get any smaller. If anything, we need to open it up, give ourselves a little bit of breathing room at the top. But like I said, we do have 2 games in hand over Crystal Palace, who I don't even know if they're playing today, but if not, yeah, still 2 games in hand going into next year. So Chelsea under-18s, as it stands, in a fantastic position. And I'll tell you what, I mean, I said at the start of the second half that something drastic had have to change if we were expecting a change in result. But yeah, Ipswich now need more than a miracle if they want to get anything out of today's game. Ibrahim Rabaj doing very well to turn nicely past his man, and that's unfortunate. Reggie Walsh just got pushed off it. Charlie Holland took the ball over, playing the advantage, but just tried a little dink chip pass through to Rabaj that didn't come off and went straight through to the goalkeeper. 10 minutes now played in this second half, 55 on the clock as it stands. 35 minutes to go. Let's have a quick check on the Arsenal score then, shall we? Come on, Villa! Oh, Matty Cash, you're my hero. Oh, yes. Oh, I'll tell you what, boys. If Chelsea under-18s win, if Arsenal lose, and then if Chelsea first team win, this might have been one of the best Saturdays of 2025. Boys, it's looking like a good day. This is going to set the precedent for the weekend. It's going to be a good weekend, lads. Subaloy having a go. And I tell you what, it was pretty wild, but it came down further than I thought it would. Far closer to being on target than it looked initially. Ipswich just really struggling to get out there, string a couple of passes together from the back from goal kicks, but then immediately looking to go long. And virtually every time, Subaloy and Richards are just dealing with it very nicely. Ibrahim Rabaj now trying to work the ball out of his feet, just unable to. It's a good sliding challenge from the Ipswich player, but it comes back again to Subaloy, and every time it's just same pattern, back to Subaloy and then recycled, and that's a fantastic little reverse pass from Eboué. Works it to Shim. Can he get the shot off? He can, but it's at the keeper's feet, and then the rebound is cleared by the Ipswich defender for a corner. But Matisse Eboué has really come alive in this second half. I think he was the most dangerous player in the first half. I think I already said more was going down the left side with Eboué than it was down the right with Rabaj. But he was creating stuff. He was dangerous. He was getting the better of his man. And he's been very, very sharp this second half in this first 12 minutes, creating one and scoring one for Chelsea, who have opened a significant lead, a significant gap over Ipswich. Riley Ebbo with the ball now. He works it out to Diakite, and now it's worked back out to Rabaj, who clips it in. And I think someone was getting ready for an overhead kick, but just didn't make its way through to them. And now Reggie Walsh knocks it back to Toby Bell, who puts his foot on the ball and tells everyone to calm down and spread out. But Chelsea, wasting no time, looking to come forward again. Charlie Holland tackled, but Chelsea managed to keep the ball with Shin Mayuka, who unfortunately just gives it away. And now Ipswich forced to clear it again. Chelsea's pressure, not letting them have a second from Chizzy Ezenwata to the boys in midfield. Really, really good work from Chelsea so far. Really, really good team performance today. Yeah, I think they mentioned it in the first half. One of these Ipswich players is massive. It's like a foot taller than the ref and every other player on the pitch. It's a great turn by Reggie Walsh. Wins a free kick. Shim just plays it quickly. And the boys are playing with confidence, just looking like they understand now is an opportunity to, I use the term lightly, but stat pad. Now's a great opportunity for them to boost goal difference, get themselves on the score sheet. I thought that was going to be a free kick to Ipswich there, but no such call from the referee. And Chelsea come again with Tayo Subaloy. Gives it out left to Eboué, who squares up his man, beats him again easily, not even a contest. But the ball over with his left foot is just a little bit too high. Goes all the way over to Riley Ebbo. Louis Richards putting the ball back in, and the defenders missed it. And it will come again for Rabaj, who's gone down. He's gone down a couple of times, Rabaj. I'm not sure whether he was caught there because it didn't even look like he had control of the ball. But the Ipswich clearance is loose and picked up by Calvin Diakite. Now moved on to Charlie Holland. Back to Matisse Eboué. Chelsea have got full control here. Fully dominant. Playing some lovely stuff as well. 1-2 touch. Shim now working it into Chizzy. Works it back to Shim. It's blocked and they want a handball. And that was very, very loud from the Chelsea players. They were convinced that was stopped from going in by a hand. Riley Abbo puts a super ball in the box. And the keeper comes out to his 6-yard line to deal with it, but fumbles it, and Ipswich have to get it away again for a throw-in on the other side. And there is going to be a sub now made, I believe, by Ipswich. Looks like the referee's saying it was a hand, or it did strike his hand, sorry, but not a handball. It was a natural position. Shim is asking the question, though. And maybe it's a Chelsea sub. Maybe that's why it's taken so long. It's a Chelsea sub. Looks like Charlie Holland and Chizzy Ezanwata for, if I had to make a guess, Sol Gordon and Greenwood. Maybe not Greenwood. Gordon. Let's have a gander. Reminder as well to make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Drop us a like and get involved in the comments. It is, of course, a live match watch along. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know where you're tuning in from. It is just Shade Greenwood that's come on. I'm not sure who the other one is. Did think it was Sol Gordon initially, but probably not. Where's Justin Osagi? Saw him play a couple of games and he looked all right, but I haven't seen him since. Free kick to Chelsea in a dangerous position, and I'd be surprised if Ibrahim Rabaj didn't at least try and have a go here. Oh, he's got no interest. Oh, it's further out than I thought, to be fair. Louis Richards lining it up, though. And I'll tell you what, that big fucker's in the wall. So, rules out one side. As the Chelsea players start to load the box. Oh, it's Dante Waite that came on, not Sol Gordon. Well, just been told by the commentator, just been informed in my ear. The commentators have just said that Freddie Bernal was due to play, but he was injured in the warm-up, which is why Toby Bell starts. I find it quite coincidental that he posted that story then about the conditions of the goalmouth. Either it's karma for posting that, or he posted it after he got injured. Another 50-50 there. One by Chelsea. Throw in back to Dante Waite, who gets his first touches. Tayo Subaloy spreads it out again in that all too familiar pattern of play out to Abue, who then slips it into Shim. Working it really nicely down this left-hand side, Chelsea, in this second half. Abue's got time and space on it, and he looks to pop it. And he does so very nicely with Rabaj, but then the little back heel to Shin Mayuka is slightly misplaced. But the long ball again dealt with exceptionally well by Tayo Subaloy. Beautiful touchdown. Really, really nice. I think he's going to be the next one that we're talking about. I think in terms of graphics, there's a lot of Chelsea players on the docket, on the to-do list, but Matisse Abue and Tayo Subaloy today. Superb performances from them too. I think Walsh has had a good game in the middle as well, actually. Great footwork from Rabaj, looking to get it back now from Mayuka, but he goes left to Aboué instead. Who slips it inside to Rabaj, who can't find the space. He gets the shot off, but it is blocked and sent behind for a corner. 65 minutes on the clock now, so 25 minutes left for Chelsea. Still sitting pretty at 3-0 as it stands, going top of the Premier League table to finish 2025 and doing so unbeaten in the Under-18 Premier League. It's been a very, very good day so far and a very, very good performance for Chelsea. But they have 25 minutes now to A, keep this clean sheet, and B, fingers crossed, extend their lead just a little bit. Still got a lot of talent on the pitch. Shin Mayuka will definitely still be hoping for a goal, hoping to bag his second this week, as he did score for the under-21s against PSG on Wednesday in that 3-1 loss, for which you can go and watch our match report. Go and watch it after this live stream. We've done a match report for both of Wednesday's game, Chelsea's 3-1 loss against Leeds and the under-21s 3-1 loss against PSG. You can see both of our full breakdowns, full match reactions, talking through all the key talking points, standout performers, and everything else from the game on our channel. And a reminder that you get not just academy stuff on this page, but first team, loan watch, blueprint, no shortage of Chelsea content on the Two Blues podcast. So if you do want to know anything about Chelsea, you're going to find it out on here, the latest and greatest updates on the Two Blues podcast. So make sure to subscribe if you're not already. Chelsea making another sub now on 67. Reggie Walsh, the aforementioned one of the standout players today, making way for Sol Gordon, it looks like. So Chelsea now have a significant number of attacking players on the pitch. And they've taken Chiziez and Wata off, but they've got Jashade Greenwood up there alongside Shin Mayuka. Still got Aboué and Rabaj on the pitch, and now Sol Gordon in there, I believe. So still a lot of potential avenues to goals for this Chelsea side, who have also brought on the likes of Calvin Diakite and Dante Waite to shore us up at the back. And Tayo Subaloy moving forward now. Looks like he's been given a little bit more freedom to roam. Although we'll see how that progresses. We'll see how this shape changes as Riley Ebo, playing on the left-hand side, normally plays on the right. Gordon working it immediately in from the right and getting a very dangerous cross in, but it's turned behind very well by the Ipswich player, because that was one of those crosses that really could have gone anywhere. Flashed across the face of the goal. Very well dealt with by number. Oh, it might have been two of them. Two of them got a touch. One of them onto another. But Aboué was lurking. Crucial intervention from the Ipswich defender. Ball comes in from Louis Richards, but it's easily collected by the keeper. Disappointing corner, that. And he goes long. Can they collect, or will it be the same old story? Oh, Riley Ebo tried to bring it down. It wasn't a bad touch, but he had an attacker right on his toes. And now Ipswich look to counter as Ebo is out of position. Can they get one back? Brilliant covering challenge from Dante Waite. And then Toby Bell does very well to come out and make the save as well. I think Riley Ebo has just gone down. Dante Waite has just gone down injured there. I mean, the Ipswich player didn't call for a foul. Don't think there was anything unfair about the way that happened, but Dante Waite is requesting treatment now, apparently. Would have been cramp. It's only been on the pitch 2 minutes. I said boo over cramp, I think. Oh, 20 minutes to go, or just over 20 minutes to go. Approaching 70. Come on, Villa. Half time. Keep doing me proud. Come on. Fantastic goals from Chelsea in the second half. The first, lovely footwork from Matisse Boué to shift the ball onto Reggie Walsh, who arrowed it into the far corner. Super finish from 20-25 yards. And then Matisse Boué with another lovely bit of footwork on this left-hand side, beating his man and smashing it near post to extend Chelsea's lead to 3 goals. Is that another Charlie Holland assist? It is. It will go down. Oh, sorry, not Charlie Holland. Reggie Walsh. My bad. Abue to Walsh, Walsh to Abue. Abue to Walsh, Walsh to Abue. Back underway now, Chelsea. 71, so just under 20 going. Just under 20 to go, sorry. Or, well, probably just over 20 with added time, but Chelsea looking to work it through the Ipswich midfield again. The ball is out on the far side with Sol Gordon, who stands up his man and then brings it back to Tayo Sibaloi, who is playing a lot more advanced now. Returns the ball to Sol Gordon, who just steps on it but manages to keep possession. Now he comes back. Oh, now he comes back to Dante Waite. Chelsea try again down this left-hand side, but looks like Abue was just... He might have to come off here. Yeah, this is going to be a big problem. Chelsea have made all their subs, and Matisse Abue is struggling. I thought it was just cramp initially, but Riley Ebo's just played the ball to the wrong side of him, and he's looked like he's not able to move on his standing leg. And he's limping now. He's not moving comfortably. He's got the ball in the corner. Still managing to take his man on and get the ball back. Very well done. Go on, have a go. Have a go, Dante. Spreads it out wide instead to Gordon. Gives it back to Dante Waite. No real urgency from Chelsea now. No real necessity to go out and find that fourth. Would be nice. But, not a necessity. Risky ball there from Riley Ebo across the face of goal. Nearly cut out by the Ipswich attacker, but just about managed to find his man. Louis Richards with the ball on the edge of the box now, but it's cleared fairly comfortably. And Ipswich win at the second ball, but again, the ball just comes straight back to the Chelsea defence, and Diakite deals with it well. Now back to Toby Bell, and Chelsea just look to recollect, reshape. Oh, long ball goes over to Shim, and he's straight on it. Can he finish it? Oh, very close. And a player of Shim Mayuka's quality, I think he will be disappointed that that ball is not in the back of the net. It was just one long ball over the top, one touch just to chip it. He did get a little bit of a push, so maybe that would have put a little bit extra power on it. However, he will be disappointed that he didn't at least hit the target there, Shim Mayuka. Right idea to just dink it over the keeper, but just a bit too much on it. Last quarter of an hour now. It's the same old story. Ipswich keep trying to come along, and Chelsea defenders just keep picking off the ball and returning possession. Rabage slips through the lines very, very nicely there. I'm not sure how that's not a foul, because he's done 3 players. He's been pulled to the floor. I'm honestly not sure how he hasn't got a couple of free kicks, and it's getting a bit feisty in there. Rabage is not happy. And I think understandably so. Diakite's just pushing him away. Good lad. Yep. Bang on. No reason to lower ourselves. No reason to get involved. It's been easy so far with no real sign of anything changing. So wouldn't make sense for Chelsea to get a player sent off or, well, yeah, particularly with Matisse Aboué, obviously not at 100%. The last thing we need is to go down to 10 men because then effectively we'd be at 9. If anyone is going to get sent off, let it be Aboué. Riley Ebo with 2 men at his back. Can he deal with it? Yep, deals with it well. Back to Toby Bell. Just don't fluff your lines. Well played, Sam. Ball goes long and shims in again. Oh, but the Ipswich keeper was well off his line. Very good play. No talking there as 2 Ipswich players go for a header. Sums up their game, really. Just not good enough. 14 minutes to go. 76 on the clock. Chelsea in no hurry to take this throw. Well, that looks like the game's been stopped. Oh. Oh dear. Matisse Aboué getting some more treatment. "13 minutes to go, and Chelsea might have to finish the game with 10 men, not because of a red card, but because of an injury to Matisse Aboué, who seems to have done his right hamstring. At first, it looked like it just might have been cramped, but he does not look comfortable out there. He's receiving treatment again. Lovely goal, lovely little shimmy to take his player on the outside, and then great finish. Powerful. Keeper will be disappointed he's been beaten so easily at his near post, but top draw from Matisse Aboué. Really smart play. And he has been top today. I think him, Walsh, Subaloy, Charlie Holland was very good as well. Chizzy did well to get his goal. I think Chelsea have been really solid at the back all over. Louis Richards has been good as well, but I think in terms of standouts, yeah, Matisse Aboué, Tayo Subaloy, and then in midfield, I'd say Reggie Walsh. Although difficult to kind of partition him and Charlie Holland. I think they've both done very well, actually. So let's leave it at that too. Let's leave it at Aboué and Subaloy for my top performers today. Could have gone back to keeper there. Cross comes in. Oh, not cross comes in. Ball in the air, and Chelsea look to make the most out of a bad touch, but Ipswich defender manages to recover. Approaching the final 10 minutes here. Still 3-0 to Chelsea. And the game has just petered out in the last 10 minutes. It's become a lot more stop-start. Like I said, Chelsea, no real urgency now that they have opened that 3-goal lead. Now that we are top of the table. But as I've said, would be nice to extend it. Would be nice to just get a little bit of a safety buffer. Although we do have, of course, as I mentioned, those 2 games in hand over Crystal Palace as it stands. Chelsea still pressing very diligently. Ipswich with a throw deep in their half, and Chelsea still going man for man. Ball comes forward and dealt with very well by Riley Ebo. Toby Bell gets the ball out of his feet very quickly, and Chelsea look to turn defence into attack immediately with You guessed it, Tayo Subaloy, who is stepping into midfield now. And he's had an exceptional game on the ball. Really, really talented. Big tackle there. Oh. And that was from Subaloy again. Ipswich just looking to counter. Can they put one meaningful counter together before the end of the game? They have got a man over here on the left. They return it inside. But Dante Waite and Louis Richards between them do enough. Particularly well done by Dante Waite there. And Louis Richards gets rid. But I believe he was fouled off the ball after he put that out. So, yeah, Chelsea free kick. 81 minutes gone. Just under 10 to play. Or, well, round about 10 with added time. Oh, fuck. I knew I shouldn't have spoken. Arsenal have equalised. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can't have anything nice, can we? Oh, I forgot to do my fantasy team as well. Fucking brilliant. Oh, I'll tell you what. Dante Waite's not happy there, but Toby Bell's been forced into a save. He thought he was fouled, Dante Waite, but ref just says shoulder to shoulder, 50-50, and the Ipswich player managed to get a shot away. Toby Bell did well not to let it in. Probably their best spell of the match so far. Rabage losing it in the centre of midfield. He's not had his best game today, Rabage. I think he's shown a couple of periods of play where he's been fantastic. Real good examples of his close control, his great footwork in tight spaces. But hasn't had the impact in the final third today. But to be fair, I think he has been very closely marked. I think out of all of those front players, his opposite number has been the one that's put the most work in, shall we say? Very well done there from Diakite to get it to Greenwood, who works a position very similar to where Abue scored from, but just not as good on his left-hand side. He didn't have much on in the middle, so had to go alone, but just dragged it wide. Knew Villa wouldn't be able to keep it. Knew it. Riley Ebo with a throw now, just inside the Chelsea half. Chelsea look to go backwards. Diakite instead comes out and brings it the other way, back to Ebo. Oh, Tayo Subaloy, stop it, my son. Lovely little drop of the shoulder, change of direction, gets the ball out to Sol Gordon. He has been superb today, Tayo Subaloy. Really easy man of the match. I think last couple of performances, last week, both him and Reggie Watson were fantastic. I thought Reggie Watson kept it ticking in the middle, and he was the one that claimed man of the match last week. But Tayo Subaloy has been monstrous today. Monster performance. Centre back, centre mid, he can do it all. Chelsea just need to be careful here. 5 minutes left of what's been a very comfortable afternoon so far. But what they wouldn't want to do is concede now, because you concede now, your goals are cut, and we wouldn't finish the year on top of the league. Foul throw, that. Hasn't put the ball above his head. Great ball. Who will reach it first? Sol Gordon does very, very well there. Great strength. Also not to rise to it. He did get pulled down. 86 minutes, 4 remaining. Still Ipswich 0, Chelsea 3. First half goal from Chelsea Ezenwata before it was added to by Reggie Walsh and Mati Sabue in the second half. Chelsea hoping to go top of the league, albeit on goal difference. They do have two games in hand over current league leaders Crystal Palace, but will be a nice way to finish the year. This is the last under-18 Premier League game of 2025, so it would be nice to finish top of the table as Shin Mayuka looks for Louis Richards on the edge, but ball's just behind him and Ipswich now look to counter-attack. That's a lovely little reverse ball. Does it have enough? No. Just Sade Greenwood back there doing a bit of defensive work. Good on you, son. Rabage now spraying it out to Louis Richards. Just a bit too much on it. And that there just kind of sums up Rabage today. I think everything's just been just a little bit off. And Ipswich look to come again down that left-hand side, but Dante Waite cuts it out very nicely. Only a couple more minutes now for Chelsea to, well, I was going to say to hold on. I shouldn't be saying that, but it does feel like we are holding on to this clean sheet right now. The momentum has shifted in Ipswich's favour. And Chelsea are, or will do well. It's not a foul, ref. The push in the back foul, the push in the back going down free kick is just one of the banes of my life. Oh, and Shin Mayuka intercepts and looks to bring it forward. He's got Toyo Subaloy on his left, Ibrahim Rabaj on his right. Defender just got a toe on it. And the ball did not go through to a Chelsea man. But Ipswich now the ones coming forward again. Looking to play the ball through. Is he offside? Yep, he is. Easy call for the liner there. Oh, I saw that. You could see he was off from the halfway line. Last minute of the 90 into now. Again, same as the first half. Can't imagine there'll be very much added time. The game is, by all means, done. So, wouldn't make much sense, even though there have been a couple of injury stoppages. Wouldn't make much sense for any more than 1-2 minutes to be added on here. Very calm, cool, composed defending from Riley Abbo again. Seems to be whenever he's facing his keeper, he's got his back to the play. Seems to do very well. He's a good, strong lad as well. So he's one of the few players that I actually feel fairly comfortable with when, you know, he's shepherding the ball back to his own goal. Just getting a little bit scrappy there, but Rabaj now brings it out and it looks like he's all on his own. Does he go on his own? He does. He's being pulled back. It's a yellow card. I'm not sure how that's not a yellow card. Maybe it's because the game's over, but standards of refereeing should not drop due to the context of the game. And Rabaj looks to slip it through to Shin Mayuka, but the keeper surprisingly quick off his line, given that it's 90 minutes and he's conceded 3 already. Very well dealt with by the keeper. And I tell you what, would it not be for him? I think it would probably be at least 4 or 5 today for Chelsea, who I think will be disappointed that they haven't extended their lead. I think Shim will be disappointed maybe that he hasn't got himself on the score sheet today. But as a whole, top performance. Really, really good team performance over the 90 minutes. Very few. Toby Bell did not do very well there. He misjudged the flight of the ball, went over his head, and he spilled it into the 6-yard box. So he was just incredibly lucky that he was surrounded by Chelsea defenders. But I don't think you could say he did well there. Shin Mayuka goes for goal from inside his own half. He's desperate for a goal. Goes for goal inside the centre circle, but didn't even reach the keeper, who was standing outside the 18-yard box. Into the 92nd minute here, and I imagine this will be the last to be played, but Ipswich still looking to pull something back. They've got a throw in, and they're playing it into the lanky number 10. He tries to work his way through, but it's just crowded out. And now Tayo Subaloy can bring the ball through for Chelsea, maybe one last time. Plays it out to Shin Mayuka on the left, who's just comfortable to hold it now. 92 minutes played. The ref's given him more added time than I thought he might. Tayo Subaloy working it really nicely into Shim, and then into Greenwood, and then coming back. Is there time for one more for Chelsea? Louis Richards into Mayuka. Mayuka, go on, work it, son. Have a pop. Yeah. The harmony has just dissipated from this Chelsea performance. They were all popping it about really nicely, all on the same wavelength. And then, I think they're very much aware that the game is over and done with, because last couple of opportunities to go forward just haven't been clinical, haven't kept our eye on it. We've just taken our eye off it and off the gas. Dante Waite clears now into Mayuka. Ref's got the ball. Ref's got the whistle to his lips. Full time. 3-0. Superb performance from the under-18s. Absolutely fantastic. Dominated. On the ball, off the ball. That was fantastic. What a way to start our Saturday, eh? Full-time, Ipswich under-18s 0, Chelsea under-18s 3. Chelsea under-18s finish 2025, both unbeaten in the under-18 Premier League and top of the table, top of the Southern table. There is a Northern and a Southern. We are top on the same amount of points as Crystal Palace, same goal difference, but with 2 games in hand. So Chelsea in a very, very good position. Chelsea under-18s, should I say, in a very good position going into 2025. But we will leave it there. You don't really need to hear my final thoughts. Like I said, excellent team performance, standout performances individually from Tayo Subaloy, Reggie Walsh, Matisse Bouye. It is the former who gets my man of the match today. Tayo Subaloy, the centre-half, who's been fantastic the last couple of weeks. Fantastic all season for the under-18s, but really, really standout couple of performances in the last week or so. So let me know who you thought was your man of the match today in the comments. Let me know where you tuned in from. If you did tune in from elsewhere outside the UK, always good to connect internationally with my Chelsea fan base. And if you continue to support the channel, anybody that's liked, commented, subscribed, appreciate you. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. We are on the way up. We have plenty new exciting content on the way from the Academy, the first team, Lone Watch, our new series, The Blueprint, focusing on the most exciting talents to come out of the Chelsea Academy. Episode 1, now live, focusing on Ibrahim Rabaj. Basically, if it's got anything to do with Chelsea, it's covered on this channel. There's only one place to find all the latest and greatest Chelsea news, and it is the Two Blues podcast. We will, of course, now turn our attention to the first team. And as I'm saying this, team lineups announced, lineups confirmed. Fuck it. Let's have a quick look at the lineup. Petrovic in goal for Bournemouth. Oh, Palmer starts. Gusto, Fofana, Chalobah, Cucurella, correct. Enzo, James, correct. Neto, Palmer, Garnacho, Delap, correct. That's the team I would have gone with. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot more confident than I was 5 minutes ago. Right, all attentions turn to the first team now. Let me know in the comments, who do you think is going to win? Are you happy with that first team lineup? Cole Palmer, back in the starting lineup. Has he been rushed back, or is it the perfect time for him to come in and have an absolute barnstormer of a 90 minutes? Let me know what you think in the comments. And of course, we will be covering that on the channel. So until that time, until next time, up the Chelsea.